friends. I was just over here having a minor panic attack because YouTube was like, sorry, can't go live streaming right now. And I was like, what? That's bananas. I've got people waiting on me. Oh, I'm so happy. Now I'm extra happy to be here with you because I thought for a hot minute I wasn't going to be here with you. Oh, I feel so good. All right. Hey, Jen. All right, party people, we are here. YouTube is approving this. So let's go. I'm so excited. I got my notes. I got notes because if you've never experienced me before, I enjoy a good talk. And so sometimes with my shiny object syndrome, I got to keep myself on track with my notes. All right, so welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to be with me. That means so much. So I would love if you put in the chat box, where are you from? Where are you coming from? I'd love to know that. I am coming from Washington State in the Pacific Northwest, where we've got some weird weather, wind advisories and snow happening. All right, Jen G, I see you coming in from Queens, New York. Roberta from Los Angeles. We got a friend from Colorado, Jane. Hey, Jane from Nevada. Kimberly, hey, friend, coming in from Canada, from Dublin. Oh, thank you so much. Taliesin, hey, friend, coming in from Virginia. Awesome. We got creative friends all over the place. I love it. So tell me your experience with Cosmic Smash Booking. Oh, hey, Mary from Chicago. Have you done Cosmic Smash Booking before? I'm curious because I want to make sure if you haven't that I just explain some things so you know what's happening. I know I've got some OG Cosmic Smash Bookers here, but just let me know in the chat box, like, are you an OG? You've done this before? Or are you new to this and you've never done Cosmic Smash Booking before? Oh, Roberta. You have, but you feel like you're a beginner. Oh, Taliesin, Cosmic Smash Booking saved my life. Oh, my heart. Jen is a yes. Kimberly, I'm good. Got my Smash book, still newish. All right, fantastic. Jean, learned from you and Kat Z. Yes, Kat Z, the visionary lady behind this intentional creativity process. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my lineage. Yes, I am here because of Kat Z. Jane is a newbie. Mary is new. Awesome. I love that we have a variety of folks, some that have done this over and over again because it's so amazing, and others who are new to this. Awesome. That's fantastic. So if you haven't, oh, hey, Kate. Welcome, my friends. If you haven't gotten a chance and you're new to Cosmic Smash Booking, I'd love for you at some point in the near future, your convenience, to check out the video that I recently posted called Cosmic Smash Booking 101. I explain how I define the process, and I also give you some examples of pages. I think it would be really supportive if you've never done this before. So today, stay here with me. We'll do one together, but I do think it might be helpful to check it out. All right, let's see. I'm going to introduce myself, even though I know some of you know me, but some of you may not. So, hey, my name is Sage Adderley, and I'm a published author. I'm a high performance coach for visionary women. I am a certified intentional creativity teacher, and I am a certified Cosmic Smash Booking guide. I'm a mama of 3 humans. I run a fun little farmstead here in the Pacific Northwest called Sacred Roots Farmstead, where I hope to invite you all to someday. So I fell in love with Cosmic Smash Booking because it contained all of my favorite things. And during COVID, during those dark times in 2022, it became my daily practice. And it truly was one of the best things that I did for my overall well-being. And so it's something I'm super passionate about. It's something that I do with my clients. And, I'm stretching myself this year, and I thought I want to bring it to a wider audience because it's such an amazing process. So all you need, I've got my Cosmic Smash book, but all you need is paper and a journal. That is completely sufficient. Some coloring goodies. I'm going to be using a pen to write with. I've got some watercolors I'm going to be using. And also we'll be doing some collaging. So if you have some magazines or old calendars and a glue stick, that is fantastic. But I do want to emphasize that whatever you have on hand is completely enough. That's another thing that I love about Cosmic Smashbooking is you don't need to go out and buy a bunch of fancy supplies. Like what you have on hand is totally sufficient. So if you need a moment to gather your stuff, go grab it. And what we're going to do today is explore the theme of identity. So I'd love for you, just off your heart, don't overthink it. When you think of the word identity, what comes up for you? I'd love if you would share that in the chat box. When you think of the word identity, what comes up for you? Oh, fantastic. Taliesin, you said my relationship to others in my life. Yeah, identity is, to me, such a big word. It can touch on so many different areas. Jean, who am I? Yeah, that's what comes up for me. Who exactly am I? Jennifer, Genji, who I am at my core, with and without the labels. Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. Roberta, identity is how I view myself and the relationship I have with myself. Kimberly, I think I'm a human being. Otherwise, I don't really need to identify. Fantastic. I love the variety of the things. I think what I find is we have a lot of different labels. There's a lot of labels that each one of us can take on. And for me, identity is a little bit deeper than that. It's I'm going to go with, what Jean said. Who am I? Like, who am I? What are the pieces of me that connect and weave that make me Sage Adderley? And I think it's important to be grounded into who we are. It totally impacts everything we do in our lives and all the relationships that we have in our lives. Let's see. Hey, my friend. I'm going to call you Icon. Unless you tell me otherwise. Oh, it's Justina. I'm sorry. I was so excited to see you that I didn't read your comment yet, Justina. So happy to make it a little late. No, you're right on time, my friend. From Sweden. Awesome. And you agree. CSB has really saved me. Yeah. So what we're going to do first is we're going to do some journaling. I know, Justina, I can be a lot, but I think it's worth it. Okay, so we're going to start off with doing some journal writing. And what I want to say is this is a part of the process. So it will be, there will be things that go over it. We will do some coloring over it. We will put some images over it. So anytime that you journal in your Cosmic Smash book, know that it's going to be covered. It's going to be transformed. So if you want to keep any of your journaling, I suggest taking a picture of it. I just want to give you a heads up because sometimes when people are new, they get highly disappointed that they may not be able to access the journaling. So let's start off with looking at identity connected to our core values and beliefs. So I'm going to give you a prompt and we're going to take just about 2 minutes, not a lot. I just really encourage free flow writing, not being in our heads, like just really letting it out, whatever is coming up on top. So consider the values and beliefs that are fundamental to who you are. Like, how do they shape your decisions, your actions, your interactions with others? And let's just write out for about 2 minutes. If you need me to repeat anything, just let me know in the chat box and I'd be happy to do that. We're just exploring our core values around our identity. And my suggestion with Cosmic Smashbooking is we're writing from left to right. We're crossing over. It's really important that we cross over the center line. Kat has always said it's bridging our left and right side of our brains together and doing one cohesive page. So always writing left to right across. All right, now I'm going to be quiet so you can explore the core values of what identity means to you. And be super just open and vulnerable, because nobody's going to read this but you. I mean, y'all will probably read mine, but that's okay. All right, finish up wherever you are. And we're going to move on to the next inquiry. This is more of a reflection of how you perceive yourself versus how others perceive you. And maybe there isn't a difference, but maybe you feel there is. And so let's get curious about that. So I'm going to repeat it. Reflect on how you perceive yourself versus how others perceive you. And we'll take another few minutes on this. Okay, let's finish up wherever you're at. Is there anything that's come up for you so far that's maybe been something that is surprising or you're curious around, and you feel open to sharing it? I'd love for you to put it in the chat box. Let us witness you. I'll share mine. I'll kick us off. I'll lead this vulnerability train. What came up for me in how I perceive myself versus how others perceive me is I have created a story that, because I am a doer, and I'm a pretty highly like go person, I create a story that people only see the masculine energy in me and they don't see the feminine. And I know that's not true because I know people see that nurturing, caring, loving side of me. But that's kind of a story that I carry on myself, is that folks only see like go Sage. And that does kind of impact how I show up. And so my inquiry, I'm going to create an inquiry from that. So I'm curious if something came up for you that you can create an inquiry around. So for example, I'm going to create an inquiry of how do I weave my masculine and feminine energy together in a harmonious way, because that's important to me. So I'm inviting you to create an inquiry, because we take an inquiry to the page. Something that we get to get curious about, something that we get to go deeper with. Kimberly, you said, I carry a story of building confidence to see in myself the person my friends see. Yeah. Taliesin, I'm trusted by others more than I trust myself. Inner child work still needed around this. Yeah. Thank you both for sharing. I appreciate that. Yeah. So let's see. Justina. Yes, I create the story that everybody thinks I'm a geek and a pushover when I'm a punk rocker. Yeah, you are. So I needed to be in between. Yes, that's beautiful. I feel similar, Justina. Like, how do I weave these energies so that I don't feel fragmented, that I don't feel like there's pieces of me? Roberta, I allow others to define me. Oh, that's a powerful, powerful revelation, my friend. Yeah. So let's turn this curiosity into an inquiry. Oh, Jean, how do I weave my power with my vulnerability? Oh, yes, I love that. Okay, I'm going to, and keep sharing in the chat, I'm witnessing you. I'm going to grab a marker and let's see what I got near me. And here's my invitation as we explore colors and images, is with intentional creativity, specifically cosmic smashbooking, because there's different ways to be in creating intentional creativity. But with cosmic smashbooking, the idea is not to choose a color because you like it. Allow the color to choose you as you are grounded and connected to your inquiry. So when I'm thinking about my inquiry of how do I weave the masculine and feminine together, orange is just like popping at me. I didn't choose it. It's just over here going, hey, pick me, pick me. But before I do that, I'm not going to pick orange just yet. I want to write my inquiry over. Oh, and pink's coming up a lot for me lately. Pink is coming up a lot for me. I'm just using this super fancy Crayola marker. And I'm going to write my inquiry across the page. How do I weave my masculine and feminine energy into, or here, it's okay. Oh, welcome to the messiness of cosmic smashbooking. How do I weave my masculine and feminine energy in a harmonious way Okay, so I invite you to take a moment and write your inquiry across your page. Taliesin, I'm using orange, yellow, and red, which are not my norms. See, it's and it's just another thing for us to get curious around, right? It's just another thing to be interested. Like pink's coming up a lot for me. And when I think of pink, I think of self-compassion, which most definitely is something I get to invite into my life. So here we are. We've opened up our curiosity senses as we open up this Cosmic Smashbook page. Everything moving forward, we get to get curious around. Okay, if you are not sure of an inquiry, please pop it in the chat box. I'd be more than happy to support you. And if you are complete with your inquiry, if you'd either put a C in the chat box or share your inquiry, that just gives me an idea that I don't want to move too fast because I am a goer. So I want to be mindful that some of you are new to this process. Let's see, Genji, you said, how do I strip away the labels and discover the real me? Oh, girl, that is good. Yes, I love that. Yeah, because identity doesn't necessarily mean labels to me, right? So I feel like with identity, it's like this much deeper dive. I love that. All right, Mary is complete. Thank you for letting me know. Kimberly, how do I see myself? Oh, hold on. Oh, cool. Sorry, there's this heart in the way, Kimberly. I couldn't see your whole message. How do I see myself, the qualities that my friends see? Okay, very good. How do I see in myself the qualities that my friends see? Beautiful. Jane, how do I honor my need for solitude when I need to be on for so many others in a day? Oh, that is real. Yes, I get that. Justina, you're ready to roll. Fantastic. Okay. And just a hot tip, you're never behind. Taliesin, how do I stand for myself and others as a powerful leader? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I so love being able to connect with you in the chat box. Okay, so I'm going to take a different color. Oh my gosh, it's orange. I didn't even look. I just grabbed the next one. Again, my fancy Crayolas. And this is a step where use whatever language you want to use. Like, Kat has, when she teaches, she uses the word prayer. Like, we write a prayer. You can call it an affirmation, a mantra, whatever just feels aligned with you. And it could be things such as, show me. I like to use the word soften me. I love that. Soften me, open me. So the idea is, what could you call in to help you kind of crack open to going deeper in this inquiry? What do you think would support you? I'm going to put love me, guide me. And as you can see, I'm going all over the page and I'm crossing over this center point. So I've got show me, guide me. If there's something juicy that you want to share that you're using, pop it in the chat box. It might serve someone else. Let's see. Did I put open me? I don't know, but it wants to go on there, so won't hurt to put it on there twice. And then when you feel complete, that is enough. You don't have to fill the page. It's not about how many you get on there. It's just about it really resonating for you. And when you're complete with putting your prayer, your affirmation over words, now we're going to move color. So I used the word covering earlier, but really that's not accurately describing this step. We're transforming the energy. So any energy that gets to be moved, that gets to transform into guiding us to receive the information around our inquiry, that's what the color is doing. So orange has already let it be known that it wants to come play on my page today. So I am just using a watercolor. I like using watercolor because it dries faster. You can use anything. You can't get this wrong. You can't get this right. You can use colored pencil, colored pens, markers, crayons. I just really love the way it feels to watercolor. It makes my heart happy. So I am just going to sit here and move the color and be present to my inquiry. Jane, thank you for sharing those. Those are beautiful. Honor me, allow me. Oof, good ones. And I'm making sure I get the center mark. Always making sure we're connecting both pages together. And you don't have to cover the entire page. The idea is to trust your inner knowing. And when it feels complete, it's complete. Because that's what Cosmic Smashbooking is all about. It's about tapping into yourself. We're seeking wisdom from ourselves. We're peeling back a layer to really be open and receiving our own information. That's who we're speaking to, ourselves. We're waking up our inner knowing. Roberta, you said, Brene said it, soft front, strong back, wild heart. Yes, I can get behind that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so I'm going to let mine sit. I'm going to let it start drying. Now, in this next step, we've got our inquiry. That is what we took to the page. And now everything else that ends up on the page is leading us to the wisdom to support us in that inquiry. So it's going to come through color. It's going to come through symbolism. It's going to come through imagery. It's going to come through words. It's going to look different for each of us. I love collage. It is my absolute favorite. And so 9 out of 10 times when I Cosmic Smashbook, I use collage. So I have magazines and I'm going to apply the same concept with the magazine that I did with choosing the color. I am not going to choose an image because I like it or I think it's going to support me. I am going to let the words in the magazines, the colors and the imagery choose me. And so that's the next step I'm inviting you into. Now, if you don't have access to magazines or old calendars or anything like that, you can begin to create movement with symbols. You can draw your own things that are coming up, your own objects. There's no way you can get this wrong. It's all about staying connected to your inquiry. So I'm going to grab myself a magazine. Let's see. And I'm just going to open it up. And again, I'm thinking about my inquiry. How do I weave masculine and feminine, my masculine and feminine energy in a harmonious way? And so thinking about that, I'm going to go through here and I'm going to let things choose me. So take some time in this step. And if you are unsure, have any questions, drop them in the chat. I'm paying attention. Ooh. This lighthouse is like, oh, hey. Lighthouses in me. Oh, they come up often. So I don't know where it's going to go yet. I'm just going to toss it down and I'm going to collect a pile until it feels good enough. And just because I'm tearing it out doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go on the page. I'm just not concerned with that step right now. I'm staying in the step that I'm in. Oh, thank you for the comment, Jane, because I completely missed Talison's comment. Heal me, inspire me, empower me. Beautiful. I know, right, Talison? Of course I found a lighthouse. They come up for me all the time. Okay, she is on an adventure and she's got a bag of books. Okay. Oh. You know, it's juicy when you start making noises like, oh. I found something that says radically reimagine midlife and beyond. Okay. Yes. Roberta. Okay, so I feel like I've got enough for now. And now I'm going to go through. I like using my hands to tear things. I'm not a big fan of using scissors, but you do you. If you feel more comfortable using scissors, I just like the way it feels to tear paper in my hands. It just feels super good to me. So now I'm going to just start tearing things. Maybe there was something that I don't think needs to be in there. And, oh, bringing life to the women. Okay. All right. I'm just going to trim things up because my next step is to start creating a flow on the page. And again, I'm not dictating any of it. I'm letting things go where they want to go. And I don't glue anything down until I've played with the flow of the images and the words. I like the freedom to move it around. Gosh, this lady is on a mission. I love it. Okay, me too. Me too. All right. So when we do our images, just remember we want at least one image to cross the center line to connect both pages. So when I glue this down, I'm going to make sure that a piece of this is going to be touching the second page too. So if you're drawing, you would just draw over and just have it connect over two pages. And again, you don't have to cover your entire page. It's okay if it's a partial cover. There are no rules with Cosmic Smashbooking. No rules. That's why you'll hear me say you can't get it right and you can't get it wrong. It's going to go your way. Talazini said, I'm still working with color and just opened an old bag that says my middle name is Mermaid. Me with the lighthouses and you with mermaids. Jane, you said, I've chosen to use an image of an elephant. Strong, stable, grounded is the feeling it evoked for me. Awesome. So Jane, taking that energy and taking that symbolism and connecting it with your inquiry and just thinking about like, how does this elephant energy, how does the essence of the elephant support me in my inquiry? That's a great example. Taliesin, all the colors in there already using orange, red, yellow, and pink. Yep, you can't make this stuff up. It comes together. And so at this point, we're not really like worried about the messaging unless it immediately comes to you. Because right now we're just like trusting the flow and getting the images on here. But if it immediately comes to you, by all means, explore it. Put a pin in it. And as you play around with things, remember, if something that, popped out that you chose doesn't feel really like it's going on the page, that's okay. Like, I love this little bird, but I don't know if it's going to go on my page. I keep extras like this. So when I do pages, I bring some of these images out because it might go on a future page that I create. So I'm really unattached to what goes on the page, just allowing everything to choose its place. Just peeking at what we got here. Yeah. Now I'm just getting curious about some of the images. Yeah, so what I have put on my page feels super good to me. I feel like after I glue it down, sometimes I look at what's underneath. There might be a word that is popping out. And I'm just curious about the word. Like, is that a word that is also supporting my inquiry? And sometimes I watercolor over those open. Again, trust yourself and what that looks like for you. But I feel like this page is so aligned. It's so aligned to what I feel like I needed to read or to hear. I think I'm going to trim this a little bit. Yeah, because I want to see those leaves. I feel like this page is giving me confirmation that I'm already weaving my masculine and feminine together, that what's in the gap for me is I'm not trusting that. It's reminding me to trust myself because I've got my doer over here, my woman on a mission. And then I feel like there's more of a softness in her, and she's there. She's just a little more quieter. She's planning, she's thinking, she's being. So I've got my doing and I've got my being here. And yeah, I just get to continue to follow my own light. And that's what's coming up for me. And, here's the thing with this process is you may look at what you've put on your page and have no idea what it means. And that is 100% fine. That is normal. That is okay. So if you're in a place of like, I don't know what's on my page, none of this makes sense, it's okay. It is totally fine. My invitation is to, I'm a big fan of building a connection with our Cosmic Smashbooking pages. I've mentioned this in the video that I have on my YouTube channel, the CSB 101, where I have put my Cosmic Smashbook page out under the full moon. I have in the summertime, I have put it out under the sun, just allowing it to absorb, the elemental energies. I have slept with my Cosmic Smashbook under my pillow. I have done all of those things. I build a connection with it. It's not like, sometimes I will say, more often than not, for me, I can look at a page and understand what it's telling me. And then there's times I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. I'm not sure why that's there. And I think that's the beauty of this journey, is not giving up, but being curious and being in this space of figuring it out and kind of mulling over things. And so for me, I don't necessarily know what this image means. While these three images kind of came through clear, I'm being curious about these two birds with their eggs in the nest. I mean, it has a beautiful energy, but I don't quite know what it means in terms of my inquiry right now. And I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to let it be, because sometimes I think I consider my Cosmic Smash books being alive. It's its own energy. It's its own thing. And so just like when I put paint on canvas or I put words on paper, like, it gets to just be for a moment and do its thing. And then I come back and revisit it. So once my watercolor is completely dry, I'm going to go back and glue these images in this flow. And then I'll make a decision of what I want to do here. Sometimes I leave those open. Sometimes I put some watercolor over it. And sometimes later down the road, I find something and I'm like, oh, it's supposed to go on that page. And then I add it. I think with Cosmic Smashbooking pages, it's not a one-time experience. Like, I go through my Cosmic Smash books that I've had for years and reflect on some of the pages and just now get ahas. So your journey is going to look so different next to the other person who's having her own journey. I'll try to cuddle mine tonight too. Pajama party with a Smash book. Why not? Right? Why not? I mean, when I think of my own identity of who I am and how I show up in the world, that's the kind of life I want to live. I want to live in magic. I want to live in curiosity. I want to live in creativity. That's who I am as a being. And so it makes sense for me to snuggle with my Cosmic Smash book. Taliesin, you said, yes, my CSB is a living, breathing part of me. It is. And, I have this video where I walk people through building a book, and we do that. We open up the senses in the book build. I add, like, I've got these roll-on oils, and so I'll add that scent into the pages. And, it's very like texture. I've got these pom-pom, I love these, remind me of Dr. Seuss, these pom-pom ribbons that are tied around my pages. And it is this thing that wakes up all of our senses. So I would love if you feel called to, if you feel comfortable enough, if you want to share in the chat box, maybe something that is coming up for you around your page, or if you have a question, I'd be more than happy to answer it. I do want to talk about one more thing, but I really would like to pause and hear from you. I love this YouTube live thing, but the only bummer is I don't get to see you. Jane, you said, could you share where to find your video for creating the actual Smash book? I don't have it available right now. You know what, Jane? I'll send you a link. If anybody wants a link to it, I'll send you a link. Just email me, which I'm sure most of you probably already have my email. If you came through my newsletter, just send me a message and I'd be happy to share that with you, because you showed up here today to be live with me, and I really honor that. And so I'd love to share that with you. So if you would like access to my video where I walk you through how to build a Cosmic Smash book, I'd be happy to share that with you. Just get in touch with me and let me know. Okay. Okay. So, oh, you're so welcome, my friend. You're so welcome. This process is so wonderful. And like I said, it really has helped me through some really tough times in my life. And, when I'm in a place of feeling stuck, it's like just coming to the page and moving my words and moving the color and moving the images, tearing things out. It's so therapeutic and it's so beautiful. Jen G, this was a great start. 2024. You're so welcome. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So here's something that I would like to invite you into. I have a Facebook group called Storytellers and Wild Creatives. I would really, really love to see your pages. That would make my heart so happy. Normally, when I teach on Zoom, so I'm able to see you and I'm able to you can see me. But I do love this YouTube live ability. I think it's super cool too, and I'm grateful for it. But I'd love to invite you to come to the Facebook group and share your page if you feel comfortable. And just share anything that might have come up for you. And I am planning on doing these once a month and just theming them out, just having a general theme that we can explore together. And I just really want to be in creative space with you and connect with you. And so I was like, all right, that's it. I'm going to get uncomfortable and go on YouTube Live. So thank you so much for being here. Again, if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat box. You can always message me privately too. And if you head on over to Facebook and search up Storytellers and Wild Creatives, I'd love, love, love to see your page. I'm going to post my page. When I finish my page, I'm going to go post it. And I would love for you too. And if you go on my YouTube profile, it's got a direct link to that Facebook group. And if you want to come and hang out with me monthly and do this, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, you get a notification. Let's connect once a month and do this thing. I think that'd be super cool. So, is there anything else you would like to share before we close this party down? Pop it in the chat. I'm super grateful. I am feeling grateful, and I'm feeling lit up. And I just thank you. Thank you for being here with me. Jean, that sounds awesome. Oh, you're so welcome, Kimberly. I have so much fun. I can do this all the time. I was like, I need to share the power of cosmic smashbooking. See you in the Facebook group. Yay. Awesome. Yay. Come over. Yeah. I just really want to witness your pages. That to me is just like the cherry on the cake. Awesome. Thank you, Jane. I'm excited to see you next month. Yeah. Have a lovely day. Be with your Cosmic Smashbook page. Think about your inquiry. Think about what's coming through on the page, and just be curious. Just be curious. Because the whole idea is we're opening ourselves up to receive our own wisdom. How epic is that? All right. I'm going to end this thing just for today. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the Facebook group. Bye, my friends.